Hey everybody, welcome to Vegans Talking Shit. I'm Joey.
And I'm Joey's father.
What's your name?
Jerome or Jerry.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let you in on a secret. This is actually the second time we've tried this because we have just finished about 20 minutes. And in that 20 minutes, we weren't recording.
And they call me the dinosaur.
Well, you are a dinosaur. At least I know how to double click.
And not press a button.
Yeah, I forgot to press record. My father, who doesn't know how to send a text message, who barely knows how to send an attachment in an email, he got to witness his supposedly tech-savvy son just totally screw up and forget to hit the record button while recording the podcast.
And I'm the old one.
You know, relax. You are old. How old are you?
84.
84.
Yep.
You're 84.
Yeah, I'm from New York. What do you want?
Old AF. Oh, God.
What's your language?
Do you not know the name of the podcast?
Oh, Vegans Talking Shit.
Well, thank you for knowing the name of the podcast that you're on right now.
I forget things.
Yeah. So, we're going to have to try this again. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. You're going to be hearing my dog snoring a lot. She has been very loud with her snoring lately, and I apologize. There's nothing I can do about it, because if I were to put her in another room, she'll start barking, and it'll just be a mess.
And all this is happening on my time.
And you don't have much of it left.
That's good. That's good. Okay.
But 84.
Yeah.
What's scary is how many people tell me how much I look like you.
That's because you are becoming good looking now.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just ask me.
Oh, Jesus.
No, ask me, not Jesus.
So there's this app, and I'm sure most of you are aware of it or something like it, where you can take a picture of yourself, and this app will show you what you look like as an elderly person. So I did it. I took a picture of myself on this app, and then when it went through and did the old man version of me, I looked exactly like my dad. It was uncanny. It was terrifying.
Actually, my wife fell in love with him then.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and speaking of that, your wife, Terry, made a lovely dinner, a lovely vegan dinner. It was fantastic. So thank you, Terry.
Thank you, my dear.
She's sitting here listening to us carrying on, a little chuckle to herself as she's doing crossword puzzles on her phone. I think it's crossword. Oh, no, it's colored by number. Okay. So I learned very recently that you didn't know what the hell vegan meant until I went vegan.
Correct.
That's crazy to me, but I guess it makes sense because to you, computers are, this
pain in the ass.
Well, there's that. But yeah, so I guess it kind of makes sense that you don't exactly have your finger on the pulse of what's going on in the world unless it's, on a baseball channel or whatever. You watch? Oh, no. You're big on British comedies.
Yes, I love British comedies.
Yeah.
Comedies, yeah, I do.
What are some of your favorite British comedies?
The Vicar of Dibley.
Sounds fantastic.
Are You Being Served?
I did see that. That was funny.
Still Open All Hours and Open All Hours.
Wasn't that the sequel to?
Open All Hours was the original, and Still Open All Hours was a sequel to it.
Okay, got it.
It's where the young boy becomes now the old man. What else?
Fawlty Towers.
Oh, God, yes. Fawlty Towers, that was...
And who can forget the Benny Hill Show?
Yeah. That
was more variety than comedy, but no, it was...
Actually, he died poor.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's other shows, but my memory is terrible, so I'll skip them.
Okay. Let's talk about a documentary I had you watch shortly after I went vegan. Earthlings.
Yes, that was terrible. I've always had problems with looking at the animal whose meat I was going to eat later on. Like in the Cuban culture, they often put a pig on a spit and have it barbecued and whatever. And I just can't take my eyes off the animal, and I just can't eat it. So that is I would have a problem looking at a head of a fish or whatever and eat it afterwards.
Okay, but you are Italian American.
Correct.
What was your childhood like as far as what you were typically eating?
My mother was a terrible cook to begin with.
An Italian mother who's a terrible cook.
Yes.
That seems wrong.
She'd rather dust our home instead and vacuum than cook. I love my mother, so don't get me wrong, but she was a terrible cook. When we had guests, my father would often cook instead. As I got older, I started doing my own cooking, especially when they would go out someplace and I would be home making my dinner or whatever. My mother would like to eat. Actually enjoyed eating when I cooked, even though she thought it was very unhealthy because I like to use.
Okay, Oliver Twist. I'm talking more about what you ate. You know.
Oh, I'm so sorry. And again, my age again shows. I'm sorry. I would make hot dogs with French fries.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Hot dogs with French
I
fries.
would make steak, hamburger, chicken. I would always use spices. I love spices.
Okay, but a lot of meat, but surprisingly, doesn't sound like Italian food.
I never really ate much Italian food. I wasn't crazy about pasta when I was younger. I would eat pasta. I did not like pizza that much. So I love pasta now. I love pizza now.
What's interesting to me is that you were raised in Italian American culture. There's a lot of meat in Italian American culture.
Yeah.
You go through all these years eating meat.
Yes.
And I did too. You know, breakfast, lunch, dinner, there was meat.
Yes.
So then I go vegan and I have you watch that documentary, Earthlings. Now, I watched the documentary. At that point, I was vegan already. I sat through the whole thing. It was some gut-wrenching stuff.
It was terrible.
It was terrible.
Terrible.
I mean, it's terrible in that the footage they show is terrible, but I think it's a great documentary because it doesn't pull any punches.
No.
This is what happens in the world.
Yes, unfortunately.
And it's really brutal. It's extremely hard to watch. I'll never forget the dog in the garbage truck. That will be burned in my brain forever. It's probably the least violent moment in the movie, yet it's probably the most memorable. And I've talked about it with Jon and Vanessa. It hit them so hard they couldn't continue the movie after that.
No, it's a hard movie to take. There are other movies that I've seen where animals are mistreated. Like there's one about people being murdered or something like that, killed. Then a scene where a monkey would be put in a hole in a table and they would bang its skull.
You're talking about Faces of Death.
Yes, that's right. Thank you.
Okay, Face of Death was not a documentary. Everything in that movie was fake.
I know. I learned that later on, but that time when I saw it,
The whole thing with
the
Faces
monkey.
of Death is that they shot it in a way that led the viewer to believe that it was 100% real.
Yes.
That's how it was advertised.
Yes.
It was
Yes.
banned in all these countries because of it. And years later, they admitted it was all
yes,
fake.
it was all fake. But at that time, I didn't. I know it was fake.
Exactly. And I remember, I was a sick, twisted kid. My friend Peter, Peter.
Yeah, of course.
We went out of our way to this was back when video stores were king, not Blockbuster. I know a lot of people have their personal attachment and nostalgia toward Blockbuster. I always felt Blockbuster was evil.
Yeah.
Because Peter and I, we didn't go to Blockbuster, where we would go to the real video stores where they would have Faces of Death, or they would have Cannibal Holocaust, or they would have all of the really, really dark, twisted horror movies like Blood Feast and
Snow White.
Who?
Snow White. I threw the joke.
Really? Did you?
That was a great one. I'm sorry.
You done? Are you done? It's
God help us. Go on.
gonna be a long night.
It's gonna be a long night for my wife too. Poor woman.
So I'm gonna erase that from my memory, but I'm gonna keep it in the podcast because the world needs to know what you're like.
They have no idea what I'm really like.
So
Yes.
we went and would watch these movies, and I remember Faces of Death came out. We watched it countless times, and oh my God, Faces of Death 2, we have to watch it. We watched every single one of them.
I'm a good father.
Yeah, and then, you find out later it was all fake. I think they're doing a remake of Faces of Death. I don't know how they're going to pull that off.
They're
I think
they're going to kill the director and producer now in real life.
here we go again.
No, I'm sorry.
Do you remember what the name of the narrator of Faces of Death, what his name was?
I have no idea.
Dr. Francis B. Gross.
Oh, God. That's so poetic.
The point I'm making is that they made it so obvious that it was fake, but no one caught on. Like, it was a very unsophisticated world. There was no internet. There was no way to research this. You know, if the video box says actual footage of murder and death and maiming and blah, 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 you know, banned in 36 countries, like, oh, wow, this is crazy. We're going to have to watch this. You believe it. Of course, now, you know, you go online and you do some research, Wikipedia, Reddit, whatever the case may be, you're going to learn that it's not real. But anyway, that's not the point. What the hell was the point?
I don't know. You're on a tangent again.
Yeah, that happens. I don't know if you've noticed.
Oh, God.
So later, I'm going to have you watch a movie.
Oh, yes, I'm happy to hear that.
Do you know the movie we're going to watch?
Ballerina.
Ballerina, from the world of John Wick. Do you like the John Wick movies?
Yes, a lot of martial arts.
Well, I call it
no
gun
story,
fu.
but martial arts, a lot of martial arts.
Then what are you talking about? No story.
I mean, well, the script was, ow, ooh, ah, ooh, oh, fuck you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. More comedy, folks.
Yes.
Comedy gold here.
This is the comedy hour.
It seems like an hour. Let's talk about something more exciting. My upcoming colonoscopy.
Oh, that's great, son.
So I have a colonoscopy coming up.
Yes, isn't that exciting?
Yeah. Well, it's really exciting for my girlfriend because she's going to be picking me up from it. So from what I was told, I don't know how true this is, but from what I was told, when my girlfriend picks me up and I get into that car, I'm going to be farting the entire time.
Maybe worse. If they give you donuts.
I don't know. They have to be vegan donuts.
Well, if they give you donuts, don't go nowhere for a while.
Don't go nowhere for a while.
Don't go nowhere because your girlfriend will leave you where you're at.
Yeah?
Yes. That's all I'll say to you.
My dog is snoring so loudly. It's remarkable.
Yes. If I may say something about veganism, because you want to talk about veganism.
I will get around to veganism, but go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, this was said by Vanessa, who's not here to...
Vanessa, not Vanessa.
Oh, wait, her too. Who's not here to defend herself. I agree with Vanessa about a person who's a true animal lover would not eat meat or dairy or fish or whatever. I really agree with her. I disagree with the way she wants to do it, be honest with you. And there's a reason for that. If you get into someone's face, you're not going to get nowhere. You have to persuade them to want to change. And especially nowadays when, like even myself, who would love to be vegan, I still eat meat. I still eat chicken.
And you've actually watched Earthlings.
Yeah. I still eat it because I really do not know how to replace them. Now, there are products that are out now which are vegan, which we eat at home, my wife makes, and I find delicious. Matter of fact, for breakfast, just about every morning, I have vegan sausage with biscuits. And I prefer that over Italian sausage or any other sausage you could think of. But when you get into someone's face, it now becomes a contest of my ego versus your ego. And that's why I disagree with her on her way of thinking in the aspect how to change people's mind. You have to persuade them to change, and by not being at their face.
Okay, so how would you suggest you be persuaded?
Well, I've not given it much thought, but by telling people about some of the products that are out now that can replace, say, the pork. The vegan pork is delicious, really delicious.
Well, be specific. Which vegan pork?
I think it's by Gardein, if I'm not mistaken. I may be mistaken. Then they have the beef tips, we make. Actually, my wife makes a beef stroganoff with it. It's not beef, but it's the vegan equivalent of it. It's delicious. I like I said about the sausages and stuff like that, which is really delicious. So I have now broken into eating meat products and had vegan products instead because it's delicious. I doubt whether ever will become vegan, even though I would love to become vegan because I feel I'm an animal lover, but I guess I'm not that much of an animal lover where I could change.
You have to be willing to make the sacrifices.
Yes.
And as someone who enjoys the taste of meat, I make the sacrifice with every meal.
Yes.
So you have to be willing to make the sacrifice.
Yes.
But I'm going to play devil's advocate here, because while Jon, Vanessa, and we have disagreed about this openly, I don't feel that being aggressively activist is the way to go. When we had Gary Urofsky on the show, I actually brought that up. And though he did say that you shouldn't do what you're not comfortable doing as a vegan, and I'm not comfortable being confrontational or aggressive, Jon and Vanessa do believe that that's a more effective way. But Gary made the point. He asked me, how many people have I changed being kind and being patient and understanding? Whereas he can say that he's converted people. I cannot. Now, I had you watch Earthlings. I literally, every time you see me, I introduce you to new vegan products.
Yes, and we enjoy them.
But going my way has not been successful, because while you do have a lot of vegan food, you have the vegan breakfast, as devil's advocate, Vanessa could say that my way isn't working because you're not vegan yet.
Well, I am from a culture where we ate meat and had dairy, which we still have. I like pizza with cheese. I have not yet have a vegan pizza, which is as good as a regular pizza, but it's hard to like. I'm 84 years old.
Yeah,
I've gone through many years of eating meat and stuff like that, and even today, if I wanted to switch to be completely vegan, I'd be very skinny, to be honest with you. And I'm not very skinny. I'm not that heavy either, but I'm not that skinny either. Yeah, and if I was a vegan, I'd be very skinny, because the fact is that there's not enough foods for me to eat. Now there's, of course, they talk about eating grains and nuts and this and that and this and that. I'm more into the entree, and it would be very difficult for me to change.
Okay, I've been vegan 13 years. So 13 years ago, you were 13 years younger, but you were still really old.
Yeah, I'm still spring chicken.
And yeah, there's something to be said for being of a certain age and it being more difficult to break these habits you've had your entire life. Now, I do disagree with Jon and Vanessa, and I've gone on record. We have these conversations all the time. The footage I've seen of people going into, let's say, a steakhouse or Chick-fil-A, and they are literally yelling at the patrons, I don't think that solves anything. And I had this conversation with my brother, your son, Jerry, where he said that especially if he was with his daughter, he's just going to be angry and probably combative because, you know, he's trying to protect his daughter from these assholes.
I agree with you. And also, as a matter of fact, if it's your pet, it's one thing. For example, some people have pets that are chickens, and I'm sure that they will not kill it for food.
I'd love a pet pig.
Okay. And anyway, if it's not your pet, there's a form of detachment, so it's easier.
There's a large contingent of people who are, willfully ignorant. They don't want to know about what happens in factory farms, and they will give themselves excuses to eat the food without feeling any guilt and then call themselves animal lovers.
Yes, I agree with you.
I think that in a way it's like a defense mechanism. There are so many people I know who will call themselves animal lovers while eating a cheeseburger. How can you say you're an animal lover while you basically endorse the horrible, horrible conditions of what these animals are going through? You're paying for it. You're funding it. And people get very defensive because they do consider themselves to be animal lovers. And hey, while I was eating meat, I would call myself an animal lover. They feel that the vegan will judge them. And maybe they will. I try not to be that way, but I can tell you that whenever I hear a non-vegan say they're an animal lover, I may say, oh, cool, that's great. But in my head, I'm thinking, but are you really? Are you willing to make that sacrifice? If you're not willing to make that sacrifice, then are you really an animal lover? I try not to let my head go there because I don't want to live in this perpetual state of disappointment in humanity. And it's a difficult place to be. But the fact is that the world isn't going to go vegan overnight. Every now and then I'll read stories about lab-grown meat or all these other things that give me hope that could somehow end this holocaust that's happening towards animals. I mean, if you read up on factory farming, it's some of the worst stuff you could ever read. People don't want to know. You actually sat through Earthlings. I don't know if the average person can. I really don't. I mean, Jon and Vanessa didn't, and they're vegan, but they couldn't. It's a very, very hard movie to sit through beginning to end. And I think if you're not vegan and you kind of don't want to go vegan, it's even harder for you because then it's in your face. It's like you watch this and you're still doing it. You're still part of the problem. You're still funding it. You're still allowing it to happen.
It's a very difficult situation, but being in someone's face, I know myself, I'm kind of, we'll say, rebellious to a degree. You were in my face telling me this and that. I'll say, screw you.
I think you'll use other words.
Yes, I would. But fortunately with you, you showed us the film, and we were willing to try and go the other way and become like vegans, but it just wasn't working out. I guess, therefore, I'm not a true animal lover. I'm an animal lover to a limited degree.
But do you do Meatless Monday?
Excuse me, sir?
Sir, I'm your son.
I know that, but I call everyone sir.
Do you do Meatless Monday? Do you know what that is?
No, I never do that. I do.
But do you know what it is? Have you heard the expression?
No.
Okay, Meatless Monday. I don't know. I mean, you're 84 years old. You're not going to exactly know the trends of the world or whatever.
Not really.
But I don't know if it started online, but there's this movement. I think some schools are doing it for their school lunches, where it's called Meatless Monday, and you just don't eat meat on Monday.
Sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
But there are days I don't eat meat anyway. That
Right.
have nothing to do with it.
And basically, for breakfast every day, you don't have meat.
No.
What do you have?
I have the vegan sausage.
But which one?
Either Morning Star or
I think it's Beyond, right?
it could be Beyond. And if we find another one, which I think my son has found, I will try
Your son
that.
being whom?
Joey.
Me.
You know, I'm your father, don't you?
But when you say my son, and I'm sitting here right here.
Well, I'm sorry. How I forget these things.
I'll never forget on my birthday. On my birthday, you and Terry are both singing happy birthday to me. And I'm sitting here like, oh, there's a nice little moment. They're singing happy birthday. Then they get to the name. Happy birthday, dear Jerry. Like, I'm right here. My name is Joey. You both screwed it up. What is wrong with you guys?
We're old. It's good as excuse as any.
But, I mean, okay, it's kind of understandable that Terry would mess it up because, she's around a Jerry 24/7.
Yeah, I know, the poor woman.
But your name is Jerry.
I know. I was thinking to myself, maybe I was thinking, oh, I was your brother.
You weren't thinking of me.
Things happen.
Oh, boy.
So go on. The ball's in your court.
Are you happy with yourself?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Oh, God help us. Yeah, the guy. Boy. Go on. He's stumped.
Am I stumped? Is that what's happening here?
Unfortunately, he's going to do the editing on this thing, and you'll miss it all.
Oh, no. I haven't found anything yet that I'm going to edit out.
Oh, don't tell me that.
I want the world to know just how special you are.
It's true. I am special. Just
Yeah.
ask me too about that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So maybe I should tell the world some stories about my dad.
There's a lot of stories about your dad.
So you have another son named Niall.
Yes.
Niall is my older brother.
Yes.
Your second son.
Yes.
But we have agreed that
not
at
planning
your
on it.
funeral, Niall and I will basically do a comedy routine in your honor.
I will be honored.
You'll be honored and dead, but you'll be honored.
I'll be honored anyway. You know how it is. I mean, listen. I'm the writer of the script.
No, you're not. The last thing we want is your writing. I have seen your writing.
I am the writer. Of
Thankfully, of Terry, who does the writing for you now. But I remember your writing.
but I'm.
Oh my God, the
originator.
birthday cards.
I choose the cards.
Oh,
so watch it, fella.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So let's tell the Maria Gennaro story.
Yes.
So we're at this dinner. It's a family dinner. This is a long time ago. This is like 20 years ago. More than that. Wow, because it's 2025. It's like 30 years ago.
Yeah, maybe it's something like that. Yeah.
Maria Gennaro was a local weather person on a local news channel, a very attractive woman who would talk about the weather. So we are at, I think it was Don Shula's restaurant, Shula Steakhouse. And I don't remember the occasion, whether it was Father's Day, Mother's Day, whatever it was, but we're at this restaurant. It's a pretty, it's a classy restaurant. And folks, by the way, to give you an idea how classy my dad is, if we're at a restaurant and there are ketchup packets at the table, my father, after dinner, will grab one of those ketchup packets, take the corner of the ketchup packet, and at the dinner table at a public restaurant, without a shame or care in the world, he will pick his teeth with that ketchup packet.
And they're my teeth.
And then he'll put it back. So next time you see a ketchup packet at your table, I want you to remember my dad. All class. You are all class.
You're going on a tangent again.
Yeah. So let's get back to Maria Gennaro. I think she was the Channel 6 weather lady, but it doesn't matter. At this point, she hasn't been working for a long time, or at least not here. So we're at this restaurant. And Jerry and I, my brother Jerry, your number 4 son, we're like, hey, that's Maria Gennaro. Yeah, that's Maria Gennaro. The weather, the weather lady. Yeah. So we tell you, Dad, that's Maria Gennaro. So we're getting ready to leave. We walk by Maria Gennaro's table. My dad puts his big, fat, bald head in front of this woman, a mere 3 inches from her face. The poor woman's terrified. She's like, what the hell is this? And then my dad looks at us. You're right. It is her. He terrorized this woman. This poor weather lady trying to enjoy her dinner. This big Italian-American freakazoid. He's like, yeah, it is her. That's the lady. That's the weather lady. A proud moment, huh?
There are many proud moments I have. I'm also a volunteer with the police department in Sunrise. I'm not a police officer by any sense of the word.
Well, yeah, you have to be a sworn officer.
I'm not sworn.
Right.
Yeah.
You're a civilian.
You're a civilian.
Right. So
I drive a cruiser and I have a radio with me and everything, but no gun.
Oh, God help us. If you had a gun, my God.
I agree. So anyway, but I am well noted for some of my outstanding antics among the police. I hear about them very
So,
often.
folks, if you're ever in Sunrise and you see an old man, bald head, beard, probably picking his nose.
Not picking my nose. Shame on you. Way you make me sound.
Yeah, that's probably my dad. Let's tell a story that I heard a couple of years ago from Terry, because when you want to be, you can be a nice guy.
Oh, I try to be, yes.
Yeah, you try to be. Some might even say that, for a stranger, you would give the shirt off your back.
And I have.
Literally.
Yes.
Why don't you tell that story?
Oh, God help us. I was at this shop that sold stuff for Halloween.
Who are you with?
I was with my wife and her daughter. No, who was I with? With you? Oh, only my wife. Okay, I was only with my wife.
This is important because it needs to be made clear that you were not alone. You were with your wife.
And I had this shirt, which I think had animals doing, we'll say, fornication on my shirt. Like
Animals having sex on your shirt.
Yes.
Once again, being the class act.
Yeah, it's true, I guess. Anyway, so this clerk who's helping me said he liked my shirt. I said, would you like one like that? He said, yes. So I took my shirt off and I gave it to the clerk and I walked out bare-chested.
So you literally gave the shirt off your back.
Yeah.
Which is very nice, but also very weird.
Yes.
Very, very just really strange, but it's a shining example of something that an old person might do where someone would be like, that's just an old man. He's probably got
it's okay. He's a good guy. He's old. What do you want?
But you're basically walking around shirtless now
Yeah, but you know,
with your wife who's like, what the hell did you just do?
stuff like that. She said,
And what else does she say?
I'm a gentleman.
And she is not. She's not. Well, I guess she wouldn't be a gentleman.
No, she's not a gentleman at all.
She's a lady.
lady, yes.
Okay.
She's very much a lady, yes. So, but no, I have done some.
How did the clerk treat you after you gave him the
He was
shirt?
very thankful. Yeah, he had a nice animal shirt.
Animals doing what?
Fornicating. That was sex, in other words.
Now, you without a shirt,
Yes.
you're a hairy old man.
Well, yeah, but not on my head.
I mean, you may not have been wearing a shirt, but I'm sure it looked like you were wearing a sweater.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So, Dad, I hear you want to talk about a time you were on a cruise?
Yes.
Tell that story.
Well, we were on a cruise, and my wife wanted to go to watch people do karaoke. And I love music. I really do, too. So we went, and there was one guy named, I think it was Jeremiah, a nice gentleman. He sang beautifully. He had a beautiful voice and stuff like that. He did the karaoke. And I love to sing. And so one day,
Wait, to be clear, you may love to sing,
But
but you're an awful singer.
Wait. Let me finish the story. You're interrupting me, son.
Yeah.
So I said to him, we'd like to do a duet. And he, being a gentleman, said, okay, what would you like to sing? So I said, how about New York, New York? Now, at the same time, a number of it was his sisters and his wife or whatever. They're with us. And when I went up there to sing with him, they asked my wife if I sang well. So my wife said, no, he sings terribly. Which I don't know why she could say that.
Because you sing terribly.
Maybe that's why, I guess. So anyway, so I go up on stage, and I'm singing New York, New York with this gentleman, Jeremiah. And I'm very animated, so I start singing.
You're a glory hog.
Guess you could say that, too. And I'm singing. My arms are flying now about New
No.
York, New York, New York. Anyway, I'm singing away, and, well, his family are on the floor, couldn't stop laughing. They were asking my wife if I was doing a put-on. Of course, my wife said the truth. No, he's not doing a put-on. He's really trying to sing.
He's really just mentally challenged.
Yeah, it could be, too. Anyway, I sang New York, New York.
Badly.
And Jeremiah, where we were supposed to be doing a duet, I ended up doing a solo instead.
Jeremiah didn't want anything to do with you.
Well, his family had a great time. My wife was, I think, hiding somewhere by this time.
There's nowhere to hide, Terry.
And anyway, so I sang and I thanked him, stuff like that. And I saw him the next day on the ship. You said we should do a song again. I did not see him again. But,
What do you mean we?
well, I thought that, he was a nice gentleman. I cannot sing for crap. I'm tone deaf, to be honest with you. Even when I dance, I'm tone deaf.
So I've seen you sing. I've seen you dance. I've seen you write.
I'm tone deaf.
I've seen you act. So do you have any talents?
Wait, but I can tell you another story.
Oh, can't wait.
This is another story. There was this modeling agency that I had gone to a few times because I became a model, and I forgot where I was going with this. This is stupid. Oh God.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyway,
Well, thank you. That was a fantastic story.
so that story is actually you could take that off.
Should we talk about the super kick?
You don't have to if you don't like to.
The super kick, you know what the super kick is?
I do. I used it on you a number of times.
The super kick. So, it was a different world back then when I was a kid. Beating your kids wasn't exactly frowned upon.
You were never beat.
Well,
You got disciplined.
physically disciplined.
Yes, physically disciplined.
But you had something called that Jerry and I would call the super kick, where instead of, using it's probably a good thing, instead of using a fist, you would use the super kick, as Jerry and I would call it, because this kick was probably the most laughable kick in the history of kicks. Oh. You would do this kick with this look on your face like, I'm going to kill you. But then this kick was the most ineffective kick.
I didn't want to hurt you guys.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah, I knew better.
That's funny because, I mean, how many times do we don't go to like karate class?
You guys or me?
Well, all of us. I mean,
We
I
went
think
together for a while.
we went to 2 different Kempo karate classes. And then we went to a Kung Nu class. Do you remember Kung Nu? It was in Miami Lakes Park.
Yeah, we used to do the park when the dog got killed.
Where the
No,
dog
no, didn't get killed, got hit by a car.
well, I think it was killed.
No, I don't know, died or not. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But I yelled out shit when I saw it happening.
Wow, that's what you remember.
Yeah, I remember you saying that, and everything stopped for a moment.
Okay, I was trying to be funny, and you turned this into a real downer. But anyway, we had this karate class that was done outside in Miami Lakes Park. I think it was a free class, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, anyway, Bob Sachs was the sensei. And since it was outside, you know, it was in front of a busy street, Northwest 67th Avenue, Ludlam Road. And we saw a dog get hit by a car. And what did you say when it happened?
Oh, shit.
Loudly?
Loudly.
And yeah, this poor dog. We all actually ran over ran over to the dog, to be clear. And it was just very, very sad. So that's a downer. Thanks for bringing that up,
I'm
Dad.
sorry.
But the irony is regarding your super kick, your son, me, I ended up being in the Miami Herald, a picture of me doing.
Yes.
Maybe it can be called the super kick.
Yes, it was. I had that picture.
So do I. Well, you have the actual original photo, whereas I have the old, the newspaper. I have a clipping from the newspaper.
article.
The article, yeah. I have the actual article with the picture of me doing the super kick. And it was a bad kick because my back leg is bent and it's not supposed to be bent. So it was actually a pretty bad kick, probably because I learned the kick from you, the super kick.
Again, I was tone deaf anyway.
What year was this? It was like 1985?
I don't remember.
It was like 85, 86. I mean, I still have that little newspaper clipping. It's all yellow now.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah. Hey, well, guess what? We've been recording for over an hour.
Oh, God.
I'm going to edit this down probably to about 35 minutes.
Oh, 35 seconds.
Well, I mean, if you really edit out all the boring parts, then yeah, it'll be about 35 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. You're fun.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Now you're going to pay me?
You had to ruin it. The fact that you're so delighted at your terrible jokes. Oh, my God.
Don't forget, I have a union card and a SAG card, so I should get paid.
You're going to keep going,
I
right?
know, but it's a lie anyway.
You son of a bitch.
What are you going to do?
All right, so we're going to end it now because it's time to watch Ballerina. You excited?
Oh, I can't tell you.
It's a John Wick movie.
I know.
And with that, folks, we're going to wrap it up. Terry, I don't know how you do this every day. So, for Vegans Talking Shit, I'm Joey.
I'm Dad.
And we are out of here.
Good
Bye,
night.
everyone.
Good night, folks.
Good work, Dad.
Thank you.
Beer.